about it. Yes, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
ma'am.
Yes, sir.
Heckin' yeah.
Heckin' yeah.
Heckin' yeah.
Is it weird that you changed your shirt and I didn't?
No. Who cares? It's a different day.
Different day, same shirt, same makeup, same hair.
Yeah, same hair.
What's up? This is
Same
my
hair
aesthetic.
forever. Yeah. Yeah. What? This episode is brought to you by
Good vibes.
Good Vibes. Cheers.
Actually, this episode is actually brought to you by Supplement King.
Minster for all of your deadly needs.
For your deadly workouts.
For your deadly gains.
deadly health benefits.
I'm so weak that it flexes hurts. It flexes hurts. It hurts to flex. You.
So anyways, yeah, so we're gonna talk about some of our trips together.
Yeah.
And the fun that we've had.
So much fun.
Oh my god, so much room service, so much food.
We used to go to Calgary, what, twice a year? Once a year?
Yeah, like it kind of started to be like twice a year where we kind of go and raise a little hell and
Raise a little hell. Yeah.
have some fun, kick back, let our hair blow back, you know?
Yeah, Calgary was cool until Mayor Nenshi became a total loser. So,
Yeah.
but we won't talk about that.
Yeah, this is a lighthearted one.
Yeah.
This is fun times.
Yeah, so one time I was like, let's go to Avengers on weed cookies. Let's eat weed cookies and go to Avengers. And so we did.
And just a little disclaimer, I hadn't really like had a lot of experience with weed at the time, let alone edibles. So you can probably guess where this story is gonna go.
I actually forgot what happened until you just said that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we had like, and I mean, it could have been a combination. Like we had a pretty good day. Like we had a good day. Did we go to the con?
The day.
We went to the con. Oh, we went to the parade.
Yeah,
We went to the parade, the con parade, and we went and hung around there. And then we went for like a later lunch and sat out on a patio downtown Calgary and just enjoyed the weather and had a few drinks. We're buzzing pretty good. So then we went back to our hotel. We went for a swim. We ordered a bunch of room service. We ate a bunch. And like, I mean, by the time we finally ate the weed cookie, like, I don't know about you, but I was pretty sober. Like,
Me too.
you know, the drinks from the afternoon had worn off. And so we take this weed cookie and then we walk to the movie theater, and anybody that knows how edibles work, they take a little while before they hit your system.
Pretty sure they started kicking in as soon as we walked into the theater.
Yeah. All of a sudden, all the snacks started looking real tasty.
And I was like, I'm scared of everyone.
Yeah.
Everyone knows I'm high.
You know, the paranoia starts kicking in and you're a little nervous, a little scared. And yeah, so we get our snacks and
So we're watching Avengers. I forget what the movie itself is called, but right around the part where the robot sister of Gamora, what's her fucking name?
I don't know, but let's just back up a minute here because so the movie theater was fucking packed.
And it was janky.
It was a janky movie theater. I think we picked the wrong one.
The seats were like broken and there was garbage that hadn't been picked up in 7 years.
7 years.
It was so nasty in there.
So
Anyway.
Yeah, we'll just back up for a second because it was packed. And when we sat down, so I'm notorious for falling asleep during movies and extremely notorious for falling asleep anywhere while high. Just, you know, a comfy spot, sleeping. Movie on, sleeping. So yeah, Amanda looks at me dead in the eye and says, "You better not fucking fall asleep or else you're dead to me." And, you know,
It's Avengers now.
it's Avengers. I'm high as fuck. I'm taking that literally to the fucking heart. Like,
Don't
bitch, you better not fucking fall asleep. So we're at
I wish you would have fallen asleep.
yeah, she's probably like, bitch, why didn't you fall asleep this time? The one time you need to fall asleep and you didn't.
Probably what.
Why everything happened, because you were like, I can't fall asleep.
But it was, and I was sitting there like wide-eyed, like fuck. And you know, it was the Avengers that there was a bunch, like a shit ton of killing in it, and it was really like stimulating. And I was just like, oh my god.
So then they were torturing Nebula. Whatever. They're torturing. Thanos is torturing his robot daughter, and
yeah. So all of a sudden, I'm not feeling well, and my legs aren't working because, you know, edibles. So I'm like, oh shit. So I look over to Amanda and I like tap her, and I'm like, I don't feel good. And she's like, you're fine. Here, drink some water. Drink some water, she says.
Yeah, have some popcorn. Shut up. I'm watching Avengers.
Eat some more bottomless Starbursts.
Yeah.
And so I take a drink of water, and I puke in my mouth a little bit. It really happened. And so then I swallow it. I'm like, oh, I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. Like, I think I tapped you again.
Like, I'm going to be sick.
Like, I'm going to be sick. And she's like panicking, and you're like, no, you're not. No, you're not. Don't do this here. Do not do this here. Like I had a motherfucking choice. Like, and she's like, I could feel like, it felt like you were like mad at me. So I'm like panicking even harder. Like, I can't get up. I can't move. And, I dump out my bag of popcorn and proceed to vomit my guts out into this bag of popcorn.
It was so gross. And we were beside people. Like,
Oh, it was packed. We were in the middle of the row.
I was on one side, and then there was a random guy on the other side of her, and she's like leaning over, throwing up, just into this fucking.
Okay, it wasn't. I don't make noise when I puke.
But
You could tell.
You could hear the. That's what I know. But the guy, like, because you're leaned over, so me and the guy are like, I'm like, Brooke.
Oh, it's so embarrassing.
Like, I was like, I'm gonna get murdered if she gets sick. That's what was in my mind. But
So, and
we're
meanwhile,
gonna get arrested. Like,
yeah, oh, that's what was going through my mind. So we're downtown Calgary, and like the whole time I'm just like almost having a panic attack, like, oh my god, I'm gonna die downtown Calgary. Oh my god, I'm not gonna make it back to our hotel. Oh my god, I don't remember how to get back to our hotel. Like, I'm so ill. And I was like, I'm gonna get arrested. I'm gonna die downtown Calgary. This is it. Like, in my mind, that was it. I am dead. I am dying downtown Calgary. I don't know how to get home. I just want to lay down. So
So she goes to the bathroom. And
well, let's just
wait.
There's like in my
Okay.
I just put the bag down, didn't I?
We just left it.
No, I thought you took it.
I took
So
it
you
under
dumped
garbage.
your bag of popcorn out and double bagged it, didn't you?
Yeah. And then I put it in the
So I puke my guts out. I'm feeling like okay enough, and feeling my legs came back. So I get up and I'm like, I gotta get the fuck out of here. So I'm like trying to get out of the movie theater. Next thing you know, as soon as I get out of the aisle, someone else got up right behind me, and I was like, this is it. I'm getting arrested. I'm going to jail. So I'm like speed walking, and someone's like speed walking behind me, and meanwhile you're catching up, and we're like, holy fuck, someone's following us. Nah, she just needed to go to the bathroom too.
She just saw someone else get up and was like, oh, okay, I can get up.
Yeah, so I ran to the bathroom, finished being ill, and
And I was like, this lady's watching us. Let's go. Like, I didn't want to go back into the theater because I was like,
I was way too embarrassed.
Yeah, somebody knows what we've done, and like, we gotta get out of here before we get arrested. And by that time,
We were both fine.
But weed was legal at that time, was it not?
No, it was not.
Not yet?
Not yet. No, it wasn't yet.
Okay.
But it was weird because I got sick, and it must have like sobered you up,
Oh, it did.
because all of a sudden we were like, all right,
yeah.
let's go.
We walked, home or to the hotel, and we were fine. And I think we took a selfie to be like, ooh, didn't finish
Yeah, I think
Avengers.
we took a couple selfies that you shamelessly posted for my birthday. Just glossy-eyed. Had just vomited.
Yeah, it was a good time though.
That was fun. That was
It was
good.
funny, scary, and
we learned
Yeah,
a lesson that day. Oh, one sec. So yeah, what about the other time we stayed in that janky ass hotel?
Oh my god.
So always listen to the reviews, okay? Because this place looked amazing. They did some incredible photoshopping angles and made this place look like a palace. And when we got there, it was literally a back alley laundromat, and it was scary.
Yeah, like the check-in was in a hotel room itself. Like they didn't have like a front desk or a lobby or anything. We were like, what the fuck? But I will say, like, our room itself it was kind of cool. It was kind of like a studio like style kind of little apartment. Yeah, with we wanted it because it had the balcony, and we thought the balcony was so cool.
But then it just overlooked a
dumpster, and we were in a janky part downtown Calgary, and yeah, the doors were really loose and you could hear everything. And there was a night where I swear to God, someone was trying to get into our room multiple times. I was just laying there okay, this is where I die again in Calgary. Yeah. So I can't even remember what that hotel was called now. Oh yeah, Nouveau.
The Nouveau, yeah.
Do not stay there. And not only that, it was away from everything. Remember how far we had to walk even to just get to a restaurant? It was in an industrial kind of business center, and anything amenities or malls was really far away. Away, yeah, whatever.
Yeah, we had to walk
it was
ways
20 blocks, wasn't it?
to get to the con.
Yeah. I mean, it doesn't seem that far when you're chilling and walking, but it was far. It was quite far. And then, so when we were staying at that hotel, we were let's go walk around the Palliser. So we did. And yeah, we were taking fucking sweet selfies in their beautiful hallways. And
acting like we're a couple bougie bitches.
Yeah, we were all dressed up because we had went for dinner downtown there, somewhere near there. So we were just wandering around this deadly hotel. And then we met one of my, still to this day, best friends. Ming Chen. Oh, I love him. So yeah, Ming Chen was walking into the Palliser while we were walking out, and he looked at us because we were sexy girls in black dresses, and I looked at him because I was he's from Comic Book Men. And then so we glanced back at each other, and it was like fate. And then I tweeted him to be I think I just saw Ming Chen. Yeah. And then he tweeted me back. And then the next day we met him at the convention, and he hugged us like he knew us. He was so sweet. And then we partied with him later that night.
And it was so fun.
He was such a chill dude. What a fun guy. Just
down to earth.
Yeah.
Just genuinely a good time guy.
He was such a, he was so amazed at our mannerisms, our culture, our potato chips. It was so cute. Yeah. I just love that guy. Yeah. That was fun. He was a good dude. Yeah. What else?
That was the day that I also crushed your ankle with my heel at the top of your foot. Oh! On our little photo shoots. Oh God. I don't know. I love the Palliser. I have so many good memories there, and
out there, yeah.
Just dinking around, playing in the hallways, and finding pianos to play on.
The piano we found, and we were just we picked up some randoms at some point. We're just walking around with them, and they came with us to the Palliser, and we were playing the piano, and we got kicked out of probably everywhere in there because we weren't staying there, and blah blah.
Yeah, no, good times in Calgary. I really like Calgary. That's such a nice city. Their downtown for the most part is pretty clean, and it's pretty. There's the mountains are nearby, and there's always so much to do there.
Yeah, there's always something going on, and there's so many malls and park
just
events
activities. And, they've got that what's that thing where you go in and the skydiving, where you go and they shoot you up in a tube kind of thing, and it's a skydiving simulator type thing. Yeah. Just cool shit that we don't have here really anywhere near here, unfortunately. But
yeah, Calgary's cool.
Met a lot of sweet people in Calgary.
Yeah, who did we Yeah, I used to have a lot of friends there, but not really anymore. I don't know.
Is your mic off? Why isn't it like? So I talk.
Yeah.
Now you talk.
What? Mine's plugged into the phone. Yours is in the computer. Yeah. Yeah.
I was just about to be like, holy fuck, have you been recording this?
No, electronics, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, the comedy club there was cool. We went there a few times.
Oh, Todd Ness.
Todd Ness is a funny fucking comedian.
That guy is hilarious.
Yeah, you know,
man.
he started coming up on my timeline again, like his comedy, like bits, and
so
fuck,
funny.
he is so on point. He made a joke, I forget, but he had a clip that I was like, oh my god, I think I even shared it because it was so funny, like homegrown comedians, and like I really like comedians who have families and wives because that means they're probably gonna be decent people.
Maybe, hopefully, maybe not.
Seems like a solid dude.
Yeah.
Solid dude.
Yeah. He does his bit and then goes home to his now fiance.
Yeah.
Like a good boy.
Like
Like a good man should.
respectable man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, like, so Todd Ness was pretty funny. We met Chris Labelle when we were down there, and he's pretty funny too. He didn't perform when we were there, but he's got like some pretty dope like culinary skills that.
Yeah, he seems.
I just remember when we were in his car and we thought we were gonna get murdered, and because we just.
Oh yeah.
It was just weird. No, we didn't really think we were gonna get murdered, but we were just waiting and waiting and waiting. And it's like,
What a waste of time. Yeah.
Anyways, it took us to a pretty cool bar though.
I didn't like his comedy.
Comedy though, I'm gonna be honest, not a fan of his comedy. I did not think he was funny, but he was very nice. He's a nice
Nice guy. Shoot straight from the hip. Like he's got a lot of the same views as we do on the lockdowns and everything that's going on in the world. But yeah, no, he has these cannabis infused dinners, and they look so freaking fancy.
Mm-hmm.
And I really want to go to one.
Yeah.
Like I just want to eat that. So he's Italian, so he cooks like Italian style food, just to kind of give reference. And Italian style food's always kind of been one of my favorites. So I love me some pasta.
That's another thing that Calgary has is good food. I mean, Lloydminster does have really good Greek food, but like, and some Chinese food, I guess.
But like that Blink restaurant.
Blink.
Is definitely a place to check out. It is great food. They have superb chefs there. And I think they even, the same girl, I think that owns,
Blink.
She owns Blink, and I think they also opened up a Italian restaurant as well recently. But obviously with the lockdowns, we haven't been able to get down there yet.
And they also have a brandy bar right next to Blink, right?
A Japanese whiskey?
Japanese whiskey, was that what it was?
Yeah, it's like
Sake bar, yeah.
it's like the coolest little like hole in the wall bar. Like it's just like like it's like a big long bar that you can sit at, and then like very limited seating on like the other side. Like there's little booths and then just a bar, and it was so cool.
It was so cool. Like just a nice little niche. Like it was very nice, very nice.
Yeah, and aesthetically very pleasing, it was just a cool vibe.
One of my favorite restaurants to eat at in Calgary was always, and I think it's closed forever, it might be, but maybe that was just because lockdowns, but Buttermilk Fine Waffles, dude. Fucking, they have a arugula goat cheese
honey waffle.
I lost me a goat cheese.
Oh my god, that shit is good. Yeah, I don't know.
That French place we went to is pretty
What was that place
amazing.
called?
They closed though too. They got bought out.
Right, they were selling when we were there.
Uh-huh.
Right? Yeah.
That place was pretty incredible. Yeah, just Calgary has a lot of good eats there.
Yeah, and you know what?
We don't have really time, but anyways, better service in restaurants. Like the service we received at that French restaurant, like putting a napkin on your lap and just being so sweet, and like, oh man, we were treated like queens in that place.
Yeah. Top-notch experience, top-notch food. 10 out of 10. Recommend eating out in Calgary. Downtown Calgary. superb restaurants.
Once the world is back to normal, get there and get some food in your belly.
Yeah, and support your locally owned restaurants, especially in these trying times.
If you live in Lloyd, stay here and eat local here. Okay, bye. Peace.